Having to sit through it at my age is pure torture. The only reason I agreed to it in the first place is because I got a 10-year-old son. You ever sat back and counted the amount of plot holes that are in episode 4?
Look, Jack, you don't get it. It was a classic story told in space. You know, like Shakespeare.
Oh, God, please. All right, Star Wars is nothing like Shakespeare. Shakespeare had plots that didn't fall apart after the first 2 minutes. Like letting those droids get away after they bail out of the ship.
What do you mean?
Okay, the first movie, it opens up, the 2 droids bail out of the ship in the escape pod, right? And they decide to attribute it to some malfunction. Like a ship of that size needs to conserve ammunition. I mean, why not just play it safe and blow it out of the sky?
Because they might destroy the planets of the station they were looking for in the first place.
So, okay, if the planets are destroyed, traitors killed, problem solved, nobody cares. I'm sure the Death Star's got their own set of plans, that wasn't the only set. And the only reason to keep it from the rebels in the first place is because they don't find the weakness to the Death Star. So, planets destroyed, traitor destroyed, no problem. But these 2 idiots just decided to say, oh, well, must be some malfunction. Fuck it.
Don't you think it would be better to know what the enemy knows?
That much of an advantage who gives a shit. That was the other thing, the firepower. Jesus, whoever was at the helm of the Death Star when it was destroyed needed to be fired.
I think they got a little bit more than fired. What did they do?
All right. They get to the rebel base that's on this moon, right?
Yeah, Endor.
I thought that was the one in Jedi.
I think it was the same one.
Wait a minute. The rebels destroy the Death Star after the Empire discovers where their secret base is located. So, given that it probably takes a couple of years to put a Death Star together, don't you think they would have relocated the base just in case of another attack?
Maybe.
I mean, everybody knows where they are at this point. I mean, why not move it? I mean, I doubt you could just put a Death Star together overnight.
Look, I'll give you that one. But get back to what you were saying about firing the helm staff.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, so they get to the secret rebel base, and they come at it in range with a planet in the way. Why?
Jack, I'm not following you.
Okay, there's no proper orientation in space. Okay, so why come at it from an angle to get into range with a planet in the way? I mean, why not just adjust their flight path just a little bit to come at it from an angle that doesn't put a large object in the way as soon as you get into range? Or for that matter, they just blow the planet away, right? So they got a clear shot at the moon.
All right, okay, I'll give you that one. But you have to admit, it was really suspenseful.
You're a 10-year-old. For me, it was just torture. Well, and Lucas put in so much shit that I didn't even have any nostalgia for it anymore.
Your kid's 10, eh?
Yeah.
You're lucky. My wife can't have kids. Not sure why.
That's a tough break if you want them. My wife never wanted kids at the beginning. Now neither of us can imagine our lives without them.
Yeah. That's what I got a lot of parents say.
How'd you and your wife meet?
In class. It's funny. We never noticed each other until the end of the class. I guess we just slipped past each other's notice.
What changed?
My class break. The class let out for a 20-minute break, and she and I were the only ones left in the classroom. It was really strange. How could I have missed her? I just sat there staring at her from my desk and wondering if I'd seen her around before. As I was wrecking my brain of wondering if I'd seen her, I was dreading the possibility of her turning around to catch me staring at her. I mean, would she smile? Would she flip me off? Would she freak out? I was never too good with women. I was always rejected and by the girls I saw around high school every single day of my life. You know, the stuck-up ones that never had anything nice to say to average guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wasn't a virgin or anything. I was, in fact, far from a virgin. I loved sex, but this woman, there was something about her. She was something I was looking for, a friend. I remember my dad sitting me down when I was younger, telling me that if I ever find a girl, to ask myself if I would like her as if she was a guy. Would there be anything more than just sexual attraction that justify us being together? Stupid me. Never took that into consideration with my girlfriends in the past. My dick kept getting in the way. But all I could think about was just saying something stupid like, hello. So I just sat there, staring.
So you never said anything to her?
I didn't have to. She turns around and asks me if I could take a look at something in her book. I mean, I don't know if she could feel me staring at her. At that point, it didn't matter. Most of the pressure was off and the ice was broken.
So now all you have to do is to keep from saying something stupid like, hello.
Well, not exactly. Fortunately for me, she was stuck on the only aspect of the class that I understood. Yeah. She was...
That's lucky. Funny how fate works sometimes, huh?
Yeah, sure is. Never would have pegged you as an e-cigarette man.
Family's idea. Wife sees this in the mall and thinks sure it's gonna work.
Does it work?
Sometimes. Nothing like the real thing, though. See you and the missus. She sees you as some big brain and falls in love.
Not really. Turns out there was a discrepancy in the site we were both researching. She found it, and I figured out what was wrong. We both got extra credit, and we started talking after that. And I found out that that's why she was in the class. She was tired of dealing with assholes that were unintelligent. She wanted somebody she could relate to.
Well, a friend?
Yeah, something like that. So luck would have it, we got married at the end of the semester.
Like poetry.
Sorta. She decided not to follow the same career path. She wanted to stay home and raise the kids. Well, partly worked out. So what about you? Your wife?
Well, we met on a job. She has a little bit more of an edge than most men are used to. I like her like that. Oh. It's the first one you ever taken?
Yeah. It doesn't hurt as much as it did.
Well, we better get it taken care of soon or you ain't gonna feel nothing. Too bad I didn't shoot a little bit lower. Badge might have saved you a lot of pain.
You think they'll find me in time? I guess it all depends on when you think it's safe to bail.
Won't be long now. You know, if I'd have known you were out of ammunition, I'd have killed you right away.
Sometimes all you need is a good bluff. I'm just lucky to be a good conversation. Gosh. I'm sure they're gone. It's been 3 hours. There's a clean getaway waiting for you. Just take it. Fuck police work, man. Honest, I just want to go home at this point. I won't say a word. Honest. Just take it. Just get away. Get the fuck away. Please.
Sorry, kid.
That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night that they hung an innocent man. But don't trust your soul to no backwoods southern lawyer, 'cause the judge in the town's got bloodstains on his hands. Well, they hung my brother before I could say the tracks he saw while on his way to Andy's house and back that night were mine. And his cheap wife had never left town, and that's one body that'll never be found. See, little sister don't miss when she aims her gun. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. Oh, oh, oh. That's the night that they hung an innocent man. Oh, oh. Well, don't trust your soul, but don't